Welcome to Drawfee, where we take dumb ideas
and make even dumber drawings.
I'm Nathan.
I'm Tony.
I'm Jacob.
I'm
Julia.
Did I step on it? Was I supposed
No,
to go second still?
You were perfect.
That was good. It's just that you just yelled it so loud.
Let's dwell on it.
Guys, we're in hell because hell's being raised on this episode.
Hell
Nathan,
would
you're
have to have
crushing
been
it.
raised already if we're in it.
Yep.
So we're in it, baby. This is hell.
This is hell
And
raised.
I love it.
That Spooky Ookie month, and so we're doing another Spooky Ookie episode.
That's right.
Hellraiser's from the period of time when they made movies that Tony likes. So Tony's here.
I'm here.
Tony doesn't even like Hellraiser.
No, they're bad movies.
Oh boy.
But they stick with you because they're gross.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're gross and weird, and you can't stop thinking about those darn Cenobites.
It's
those
a
rascally bites.
real wet movie series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just want to get in the fluids. It's
Yeah.
a real fluid-filled series.
I'm ready to get wet and wild on this episode. Jacob's drawing first because he's actually seen these movies.
Yeah. For some reason, I've seen most of them, but I don't remember anything about 90% of them.
Great.
Tony, do you have a Cenobite you could throw my way that I could try to draw?
Yeah. I think that Jacob, because you're a real talky boy, you should draw the Chatterer.
Oh, the Chatterer.
The Chatterer.
The Chatterer.
I do vaguely remember him, so I'll try to do a decent approximation. He kind of looks like Nemesis from Resident Evil 3. That's what I remember about him.
He's just big teeth.
He's big teeth for sure.
He's like one of those little sets of teeth that has got the little wind-up knob
Oh,
on the
yeah,
side,
and
and
you
they
put
chat.
Yeah, like from Toy Story.
The Chatterer is my favorite one from Hellraiser, the first one.
That was the
because
first title. It was,
Hellraiser, the first one.
Clive Barker's original novel was titled The First One, and then they made a movie based off it called Hellraiser, subtitle The First One.
First one.
Hellraiser.
Hellraiser.
Shoot.
Starring Laura Croft. Not Lara Croft.
Hold on.
Laura Croft.
Legally distinct,
Yeah.
equally from hell.
How many Hellraisers are there?
There are 10.
Wow.
So many.
That's a lot.
There are 10. There were 4, I believe, that were released in theaters. And they're like, hold up, guys. What if we cut out the middleman, go straight to the consumer with home video, and pass the savings on to you?
Love some direct to VHS videos.
I think this is the most out of my depth that I've ever been on a Drawfee episode. I know, like, literally nothing about Hellraiser.
There's an important Hellraiser character whose name is Julia.
Oh, man.
It's you. That's the
You're
weirdest part about the
Julia.
movies is that you watch them and you're in them.
Did I raise hell?
Actually, yeah. The first movie, here's the thing. The Cenobites are barely in the movies. It's mostly about this lady Julia. She's like, oh, man, my boyfriend who I was cheating on my husband with, who's his brother, awkward, is dead. I need to raise him from hell. I need to give a lot of blood to this gross addict to raise him back from hell.
That's her motivation?
Yeah.
The Cenobites are barely, like, they're in the beginning and they're in the end. But they're not really in the middle. They don't care.
Yeah, the Cenobites don't care. That's actually what I liked a lot about when I watched that movie the first time. I expected it to be a lot of, needle face.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like they're just in hell doing hell stuff.
Yeah.
And like they don't want to have to come up here. That takes away from their pleasure and pain they're all about down there.
Yeah, it's just like a bad day. Like, they're forced into doing bullshit that they didn't want to have to deal with because some people solved their puzzle box.
Yeah.
So no one's happy in this movie.
No, it's like if your email got hacked and you're like, oh shit, now I got to spend all day like sending apology emails to people and figuring this out.
yeah.
And,
Yeah.
like saying, sorry, somebody's using my email for spam. It's like that, except your email is an ancient puzzle box that has a bunch of hooks in it.
Hey, you haven't seen my email. That's
Whoa.
basically what it is, you know?
So the puzzle box is not the cube, which is
It
the
is.
second I heard
You're thinking of Cube from Cube.
You're right. I am thinking of cube.
You're thinking
from
of
Cube.
Cubert?
This is a different cube. It's called the Lament Configuration, and
Which is a very rad name.
it is also a very awkward name, but this is not a movie series about doing things easy or watchably.
Tony, one of my favorite things about you is how excited you get about bad movies.
I
Just
think
the right
Tony,
ones.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think Tony doesn't feel like they're bad movies. that they're secret
Oh,
hidden
no, they're
gems.
bad. They're
Oh.
bad.
No.
Most of them are really
Tony
bad.
describing the plot of Gone Fishing or House 2,
House 2.
you acknowledge they're bad movies.
It's a ghost movie about time travel.
Yeah. Time ghosts.
ghosts.
Time ghosts. There's also you get a couple members from Cheers in the House series.
Oh, that's
in different
good.
roles. They're not playing their same characters from Cheers.
Is Ted Danson in there?
No, Ted Danson's not in there, but you get Cliff.
Okay.
And you'll get George Wendt is in the first one, I believe.
Good.
I don't remember his Cheers character name. I was always more of a House guy.
Where everybody knows your house.
You know, I guess you're right, Nathan. What is a bar but a house meant for drinking? It's got spirits of a different kind. No one's ever made that kind of pun.
I like it. I also like this drawing you're doing, Jacob, a lot.
Yeah, I feel like he's just like chatterboxing this other person.
Oh, this is like
part of the hell experience, you know?
Is
and
it-
this guy's just like, fuck, oh my God, just stop. I get it.
Is this like a morning meeting? Like this guy didn't realize he had a meeting on his calendar, and then he gets there and Chatterbox is there, and he hasn't even started the meeting yet. He's just chatting.
Oh,
And it's
man.
like,
The
can
thing
we
is,
just...
the meeting never starts.
Yeah, it's like-
That's part of the hell
I
experience.
got a real good idea.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, so in 2006, there was a movie called Hellraiser 8 Hellworld. And the tagline for the movie was Evil Goes Online, right?
Oh boy.
yeah,
course it
because
was.
it's about an online game called Hellworld. What if this is Chatterbox Roulette? Or Chatterer Roulette?
Chatterer roulette. So
Yeah.
you get on and it only matches you with the chatterer.
Yeah.
And so this is like a sort of
Man, I remember Chat Roulette.
a visual approximation of that.
So this is like a guy who's just masturbating, looking for somebody to talk to, but he gets Chatterer.
He gets
instead.
Chatterer.
He gets Chatterer
He gets
instead.
Chatterer every time, and he's just like, I can't. Like I've tried to masturbate to Chatterer, and I can't. I can't.
This
do
is
it.
beyond either pleasure or pain.
He just keeps talking about his wife Susan and all their marital problems, and it's like, I don't care, man. I don't care.
It's like we were both at the concert, but I wanted to leave because I had a headache, but she didn't want me to leave. And I said, why
"Fine."
can't, you don't have to leave. I'm just going to go. But then she was like, no, if you leave, I won't know anyone here. and I said, but I have a headache.
I mean, Susan, that's a real problem because, like, the one thing that you want during a very loud concert is to talk to other people. Does anyone here want to have a conversation with me?
You want to talk about how good the music is with some people you know.
You want to be like, I don't know this one. Is it off one of their new albums? I came to see the old stuff.
I only know the one song from the radio. What's it called?
Sex and Candy?
Sex and Candy.
We're seeing a Marcy Playground show in 2018.
Play that one. Yeah, so this is the Chatterer, and this guy's in hell. He's on the Chatterer roulette, and this guy's just telling his stupid anecdotes about like his cat and his wife.
Can you look
And
him
it's like
up?
no one could possibly care, dude.
I want to see what he looks like.
Oh, there he is.
He's cool.
Yeah, so his actual look, and in the movie, he does just kind of chatter his teeth. He's
Yeah.
just like, every time you see him. He's my favorite character.
He's just got all of his face pulled back.
Yeah, and it's just teeth
I like it.
to make sure they're always showing. See, he does look like Nemesis. This one shows
Oh,
you.
yeah, you're right.
What's his shirt?
They all just kind of wear these like leather, like Power Ranger outfits.
They're all leather daddies.
Yeah,
Nice.
they're all leather daddies, every one of them.
So gooey.
It's a wet
Gross.
movie
It's a wet-
series.
It's very wet.
It's
Yeah,
a shiny, wet series.
He's a one-man slip and slide.
that is right.
Oh, Nathan, get in.
Nathan, you want to draw?
How do you think you
I
fit into leather that tight? You gotta squirt yourself in there.
I'll draw a wet friend.
All right, Nathan, you want a prompt? Is this how this works
Get
now?
this off my screen.
That's
yeah.
how it works.
I'm like a Cenobite coming from the hell dimension to bestow upon you
Uh-huh.
a lovely guy. And this one's name is Butterball.
Okay.
This is real. This one's real
His
too.
name is actually Butterball?
His name's Butterball.
Could you imagine going to hell and
Yeah.
it's like, and you'll suffer 1,000 years of torture from Butterball?
What?
Like, are you kidding me?
No.
I don't wanna.
There's gotta be a mistake. Wasn't like Lucifer or Beelzebub or even one of the lesser demons available. No, you have Butterball.
Not even something cool like Slasher or like Skin Flayer.
Yeah,
Nope,
well, if it makes you
Butterball.
feel better, I think all these guys are from the Order of the Gash.
Oh yeah, Order of the Gash. That's right.
That's a thing.
I will say, Tony,
Yeah.
in Hellraiser 2, there's a part where they go to hell.
Oh, they do go to hell, man. There's like a guy juggling his eyeballs and shit.
Yeah, and I love the effects of that sequence where they're in hell.
Yeah.
It's like really dated and stupid looking, but in a way that's really appealing to me for some reason.
I agree. They're all looking at weird, like, it'll show someone screaming, and then it shows that they're screaming at a bunch of mirrors of them also screaming or something like that. It's good.
It looks like a 90s PC adventure game background.
It looks like Phantasmagoria 2, A Puzzle of Flesh.
It looks like Phantasmagoria 2, A Puzzle of Flesh.
Yeah.
I recommend just going on YouTube and finding like the end of that movie.
Yeah. Oh, man, when it
The
turns
hell
out
part.
that Curtis is an alien.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
What?
you're talking about Hellraiser 2.
Yeah, I'm talking about
Not
Hellraiser.
Phantasmagoria
Not
2, A
Phantasmagoria.
Puzzle of Flesh. Well, I just spoiled the end. I hope you guys weren't planning on playing Phantasmagoria 2, A Puzzle of Flesh.
We'll put at the top of this episode spoiler warnings for Phantasmagoria 2, A Puzzle,
of Flesh, yeah.
Yeah, he's an alien.
Julia?
You get to decide whether to stay an alien or to become a real human boy.
Julia leaned up like she wanted to say something, and then her eyes just went blank.
I know nothing of what we're talking about. I've heard of Phantasmagoria. I've watched a Let's Play of the first one, but
Yeah.
never the second. I didn't even know there was a second.
Yeah, you gotta send your rat under a couch to get a key. Or your keys. The first puzzle in the game is you can't leave your apartment because you can't find your house keys, and then you see that they're under the couch, but you can't reach under there, so you gotta go get your pet rat and tell him to go get the keys.
The only way to reach further under a couch is to train a rat to do it.
Oh man, look at this Butterball.
So
Not very ball shaped, but I get where the butter
He's
comes
doing
in.
the Monica thing from Friends.
he's doing the Monica thing.
Can we
from
get some
Friends.
sunglasses on that?
Yeah,
on that turkey.
yeah. Let's
This is a hell specifically for Joey, who gets very scared when he sees the turkey head.
The one where they open the puzzle box.
This is the episode of the show Joey where they go to the Hellraiser universe.
Yeah.
They do a lot of crossovers on that show.
Hey man, well, it took place in L.A. because he's going to Los Angeles to become an actor. And what is Los Angeles if not a hell dimension of itself?
There you go.
Forest fires. Am I right?
I think you're right. Yeah, I do think you're right.
So-
this,
This guy's
one
cute.
this one just chases Joey around hell.
I do want to indicate how wet this turkey is.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I've gotten that.
It's slippery. It's well basted.
You want a nice,
Look, turkey
moist,
can get really dry. You need
moist
to make
bird.
sure that you're tending to it. Baste
Yeah.
once every 20 minutes once it gets going.
yeah.
I do like, seeing what the chatterbox actually looked like, and they're like, "You have been cursed with chatterbox." And then the next person, they're like, "You've been cursed by Butterball." And this guy comes out and is like, "Uh-huh."
Just comes out and just.
Yeah.
He's just doing the shimmy.
Like, what's he gonna do?
Trying
To
to
me?
do the-
here.
It does.
smells really bad inside this tin box.
Please, this is my hell.
I'll have you guys know that in the Hellraiser books, that Butterball is the second most important Cenobite.
What?
He's the second most important guy.
Why?
Wow.
But in the movies, he's just kind of there.
Yeah, he's just there. They're all just kind of there in the movie.
Yeah, there are some hilarious accuracies right here that I really like. Nathan's like, "Don't worry, guys, I'm going to get this wrong," and then got it really right.
Did I?
Kind of parts
Yeah,
of
it
it.
is just a turkey head with sunglasses.
That's what I was hoping. I mean, I really don't like Julia. You were mentioning that you have the least knowledge you've ever had on a subject, and I think I'm right there with you. Like I
Yeah.
haven't seen.
I know the pin dude, and that's it.
I just remember as like a kid going into Blockbuster and seeing Pinhead.
Yeah,
on
if
the-
you touched the VHS box, you had to wipe your hands on your shirt so that the evil wouldn't follow you home.
Yeah.
We all played by that rule, right?
Probably.
If you touched either Candyman or the Hellraiser box, even accidentally, you had to wipe your hands off on your shirt just to make sure that you wouldn't accidentally become evil.
That sounds like a thing I would have done if I had ever thought about it. But I was more concerned with like, I saw it once and I
Uh-huh.
was like, I don't want to see that again. So
Yeah.
I tried to like avoid it, but I'd always still like walk by it and
Guys,
just try not to look at
This
it.
movie's not for kids. A lot of horror movies, it's like, whoa, gross. But this movie, definitely not for the kids. Leave them at home, folks.
Yeah, when you go see Hellraiser in the theaters, leave your kids at home.
You might.
Is he just doing a dance?
Yeah, he's doing the Monica dance.
Oh. Does he have little shorts on?
I have no idea what I'm doing on this
I love
episode.
this drawing, though.
It's Butterball.
It's just a happy turkey man, like out for a power jog.
Is it wet enough? That's my only concern.
I think
is
so.
It's really gotta just be so drippy.
It's definitely wet enough. I
Yeah.
imagine that there's like
Leather stuff happening.
maybe the turkey does like peel back and there's like a horrible skeleton face in there.
Oh, let's get just like a little bit of just like the peeling is
Now he looks
kind of
cute.
Oh yeah, it's got a
Hey.
little mouth.
You got one of those little
Let's go,
sideways
welcome to
mouths.
hell.
Is this Richard Simmons? Like when he went missing, he was just trying out a new character.
Yeah, you can sort of see like his hair sort of coming out the bottom. It got real wet.
Great.
It's like you're not sure if that's stuffing or Richard Simmons' hair.
Who's less culturally relevant, Hellraiser Cenobite or Richard Simmons?
Leave it in the comments. Let us know.
Nathan, look this up.
Let's look up Butterball. Oh, he does wear sunglasses.
Yeah, he does.
God.
I forgot he just wears tiny sunglasses.
The sun never goes down on the cool.
Oh, and he's got like a Matrix coat.
Look at him, he's such a nerd.
It's just a thumb in a Matrix coat.
Plus, his head does kind of like cleave down the middle at the top a bit, in kind of like in a buddish way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he opens up his stomach.
Look how wet he is.
He's really wet.
He looks like Dick Cheney fell in some goo.
Good.
Oh,
Very
God.
good.
All right, let me in.
All right, Julie, are you ready? Because you got options.
I've got options.
Oh, man.
Hit me
Okay.
with them.
So I think you already know Pinhead, so that's
Yeah.
not fair.
Right.
So at that point, we've exhausted all of the Cenobites who have like proper names.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you options. There's one remaining Cenobite, or there's like a creature.
I don't know. Creature seems fun, but the prompt was Cenobite. What do you think?
Female Cenobite is your prompt.
You got this, Julia.
Julia, give us female Cenobite.
I had planned on giving you Pinhead, but you said that you already know what Pinhead's all about.
I do know.
That's the only remaining main Cenobite. And female Cenobite is part of the troupe, but somehow Clive Barker, I guess, decided that the only distinguishing characteristic was just like, oh, I don't know, the rest are dudes, I guess.
Were Cenobites
Sure.
ever human? They were.
Yeah, they were. And here's the screwed up thing, is that you find out that the Cenobites, in their pursuit of ultimate plain and pleasure,
Plain and
plain
pleasure.
and, plain and pleasure, have basically rendered themselves bereft of genitals. So, like, at some point, are any of them female or any of them male? They're just kind of like wet leathermen.
I guess it.
It's more about Cenobites' gender roles than their actual
than their biological
sex.
Oh,
Yeah,
I gotta
because like
restart.
the hell dimension's not very woke.
Mm-mm.
And they really
That makes
need-
sense.
What's her deal? Do I have any hints other than she's
okay,
female?
She's the female Cenobite.
Well, I feel like from the past two Cenobites, you can glean some things about the amount of hair that they have,
Yeah.
and the amount of like gross shit jutting out of their bodies that they have.
Okay.
She looks like she probably would have gone to some raves if she were real, but like English raves because Clive Barker's from England, and you know, like an English
English
rave is
raves.
grosser and weird.
We all know how into the rave scene that I am.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Whoa, was Julia the female Cenobite all along?
This tiny face. She's just like, why didn't they call me Tiny Face Cenobite? I feel like that's a more identifying feature.
There's more to me than the fact that I'm a female. You know,
got a little face,
I've
I
got this fin
got
on
a-
top of my head.
Got
I
a head
guess.
fin.
She looks like Savage Dragon's sad little brother.
I don't know what that means, Tony.
Savage,
on.
You don't know about Savage Dragon?
Wait,
No.
I also
Nathan-
don't know, and I'm so
Nathan, are you
confused
mocking
today.
No, I know about Savage Dragon.
Savage Dragon's like a green cop.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about Savage Garden.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Savage Dragon does listen to Savage Garden,
That's true.
but he just calls it Garden.
He also probably listens to Soundgarden.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He's a real garden cop,
Yeah.
which is why he's green.
Right.
Savage Dragon is a green, strong cop that has a big fin on top of his head.
Yeah. He was
And
like,
he's a comic book.
comic books are alternate now. They don't have to be DC.
Yeah.
Damn,
It's
dude.
1994, and guess what? I've got a fin on a head. You can do whatever you want in
What a
drawings.
You can make a cop green.
Julia, would you like a couple more things?
Yeah, I would like
I
anything.
can give you a couple hints.
Okay.
Not nearly enough piercings.
Yeah,
Oh.
she definitely has some shit going on in her face.
In her face.
Yeah.
And she has some throat action.
Yeah, you gotta
as well.
think
Okay.
outside the box for these piercings, Julia.
Yeah, they're not.
This
in
is the hell
places
dimension.
You
You can
might
do
think.
whatever you want.
They're not
Okay.
where you would want to put them typically.
Just like right through the eye.
Yeah, I was about to just.
Ow!
She's just not having a good time at all.
Oh, one in each eye.
Now it just looks
She's
like
looking
shiny
more and more
people.
like Savage Dragon.
Oh God.
Guys, when are you gonna do a
Okay.
knockoff Savage Dragon episode?
Our least viewed.
Becoming your coworker was a long con to get some direct FaceTime so I could pitch you knockoff Savage Dragon.
if we get some knockoff Savage Dragon comments, maybe we'll do that for Beans. I don't know.
God, it would be so stupid.
No, it wouldn't.
No one knows what that is.
I will watch it 100 times on
I know-
100 different IPs.
That's only 100 views.
Oh shit, you're right.
That's a lot of effort on your part for not a lot of reward for us.
Oh man.
This looks like the character that Killua's older brother is pretending to be during the Hunter exam in Hunter x Hunter.
Wow, it looks a lot like that.
I also don't know who that is.
I'm going to pull that up
Can
and show it to you,
anyone make a
Julia.
reference that I will understand today?
Oh, Julia, you should watch Hunter x Hunter. Of all the things we've talked about on this episode, Hunter x Hunter, and I guess House 2.
Yes.
Although
It's pronounced House X2.
Okay. I feel like I never need to watch that because nothing will live up to the synopsis that I got from you.
We were in a Mexican restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Between the two of us, Nathan and I drank 5 pitchers of margaritas.
Yeah.
I needed it as fuel to tell the story, and Nathan needed it as fuel to listen.
Yeah, I can't imagine listening to that story without margaritas being involved.
I found a picture, Julia. Maybe he was a Cenobite all along.
Cenobites did used to be people who all went to Morocco and paid $500 or whatever to get a box that brought them into a hell dimension because they were horny.
Is that really the...
Approximately.
It's being a Cenobite is for people that were too horny to exist
Yeah.
in human form.
They're
Like,
too
they were
horny
so
for this
horny.
world.
Yeah.
They're so horny that they gotta go to hell to be extra horny. And then in horny hell, they're like, oh shit, I guess just spikes in my face are better than sex. It's like, let's say that you really like to draw, but then you start drawing for your job and you're like, do I even like this anymore?
Oh, boy.
But-
that's too real.
Oh, no.
Hey man, I was a cartoonist once.
One time.
One time for like 8 years.
Let's say you like talking about nerdy TV shows and movies, and then
shit.
you have to start
you
doing
turned
that
this
for-
around on me and
your
made it
job.
unfair. No.
Are we all Cenobites?
Guys, we're all Cenobites.
Is being a Cenobite just taking a thing you love and then doing it as your job?
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what they did.
That is it.
And that's what we did.
That's why they show up and they're like, oh shit, I gotta do this now.
I got
I
a fucked
gotta
up nightmare.
Hook you up in your attic with a bunch of claws. Well, I don't want to do this.
Sure, it used to be fun. Once you've hooked up a few million people with attic claws, loses its luster a little bit.
Yeah.
Is this a big shrug, Julia?
Yeah. It's just
Julia,
like, I
what-
don't know.
Why the big hands?
She's got little knifey hands.
Oh.
Yeah, why not?
She's got
Okay.
little blade fingers.
Yeah, again, I think it's a thing where she had so many things they could have named her after.
She was like, why did you pick just my gender?
Could have gone knife hands, could have gone throat rings,
Could have gone tiny face.
head fin, anything.
Look, you could have insulted me in 100 ways. That's probably the actual excuse, is they were like so worried about offending her that they just like offended her in a different way by like picking the most reductive thing that they could have done.
They the other Cenobites definitely don't know how to talk to women.
You know, we could have called you a small face or ugly head or fins or like gross fingers. Sorry that we tried to pick something that we thought wasn't objectionable.
You could have just asked me. Just ask me what I want to be called.
Wow.
Maybe it's Head Spike now. I got a Head Spike now.
Well, if we let you pick, then Butterball's gonna want to pick his own name.
It's like, no,
Question
honestly,
marks.
of all of my features, I think Butterball's fine. Like, I'm a gross chode head. So
You want to be
No.
Chodehead?
I don't.
Oh.
I super don't.
I don't know. Now you said it. It kind of sounds good. It's got a ring to it.
So we got Chody and Fangly Touchers over here.
Having seen 0 Hellraiser movies, pitch for a new Hellraiser movie. It's Billy Crystal as his character from Analyze This doing a group therapy session with all the Cenobites.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
for an hour and a half.
I love it.
Here's a surprising Hellraiser factoid.
Mm-hmm.
In Hellworld, there's a character named Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take some guesses who plays Mike in Hellraiser 8 Hellworld.
Oh my God, I don't remember.
Danny DeVito.
Close. Imagine taller and handsomer. What if I were to tell you
Bob
that Superman
Hoskins.
himself, Henry Cavill, was in Hellraiser 8?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Why? Because he was pulled from nothing to be Superman and then fired because the movie was bad.
Because his mustache. His
Yeah.
mustache problems.
He does not have a mustache, nor does he look anything like himself in Hellraiser 8. This is the one where everyone is addicted to a Hellraiser online video game called Hellworld, and then Lance Henriksen gets mad at a bunch of teenagers and invites them to his house for a Hellraiser rave party, and then kills them. But they're not, he doesn't, because it turns out they're already dead and buried alive in coffins.
Okay.
And they're all hallucinating this party while they're in coffins.
Sure.
A lot
Wait,
of
they're
the later...
dead and buried alive?
Yeah. Well, most of them are dead. Two get rescued, but then when they get rescued, then Lance Henriksen just appears in the back of their car as they're driving away.
Oh, it's one of them like cliffhanger endings where it's just like, oh, they died also.
A lot of Hellraiser movies end with characters discovering that, Liz Lemon's boyfriend.
James Marsden?
No, the other one, Dean Winters.
Okay.
What's his name?
The one who's the insurance.
Oh, the
yeah.
Mayhem.
Yeah, Mayhem from the
guy.
insurance commercials.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, he's like, oh man, I'm gonna kill my wife using the Hellraiser thing. And then you see the whole movie, and then at the end of the movie, guess what? It's him. He's the dead one.
Yeah.
And this whole
They
movie,
do
he's
that a
been in
lot.
hell. He's been hallucinating because he's in hell.
Yeah. There's like one with a detective. Is that one?
The
it's
most
all about
recent
a
one's got
detective.
3
The
detectives in
Sixth Sense?
And then at the end, it's like, oh, it was me in hell the whole time. I thought I was detectiving, but really I'm just in hell. And everyone's always in hell. That's the twist.
it. Yeah.
Can you release me from my hell and can we look this up? Am I
Yes,
done?
You're absolutely done.
Is
Julia,
there
this
anything else?
This is
There
fantastic.
couldn't possibly be anything else.
Okay. Oh.
So see, she's got a face piercing that goes around to her throat and then opens the throat up so that it's a gaping throat wound, which I guess is what she's into.
Okay.
Yeah, she's kind of like Pinhead, but what if the pin was just one big pin and it was kind of like a weird wheel that went into her neck also?
You didn't consider neck wheel
You're right. I did
as an
not.
angle.
Though there is some
Consider
serious
neck
neck
wheel.
action going on, which, that's admirable.
Yeah, you got many neck wheels if you think about it.
Well, guys, we've talked a lot about hell on this episode, and if you like hell, you can watch me and Caldwell be in there
Whoa!
in
What a segue.
yeah, you're not getting out of this without some plugs.
You guys are also like 2 people who are trapped in hell doing a job.
Yeah, that's the premise of our show. I guess it's not a very original premise.
You guys just ripped off Clive Barker,
Yeah, dang.
the scribe himself.
Well, maybe we'll get him on an episode. But yeah, you can check that out. We're going to be posting clips every week to the Drawfee channel, but also, if you want to watch the full episodes, they're on dropout.tv.
Look, I know that you guys don't pay attention to a lot of what the Drawfee hosts say on this show, so take it from me, the person you like.
Yeah, listen to Tony.
The show's really good, guys. I've
Aw,
been watching
thanks.
it. I like it a lot. It's so fun. It's so good.
And if you like Tony and the stuff he makes, you got a couple comics on Dropout right now.
With Jacob and Julia, I'm writing the Ladies Book Club comic.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's real good. And then with Managar himself, Jake Young, I'm writing The Legend of Jared,
Oh, yeah.
which is about there's a purple puppet who's kind of like a Cenobite if instead of like pain and pleasure, he was really into being angry about nerd shit.
He's just the internet.
Yeah, he's the internet, but he's like a furry. Well, he's not a furry. He's furry.
No, but
though.
he is furry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So check out all that stuff. Thanks for joining us in our hell. We're sorry.
We're sorry.
Sorry.
That's something the Cenobites would never say.
Oh,
We're not sorry.
we're not sorry.
They'd
then.
say, we're full of gross shit and wet as hell.
We're full of
gross shit and wet as hell. Because hell is apparently wet.